Remember that one time a handful of rich people got into that fake submarine submersible called Ocean Gate and went underneath the sea to look for the Titanic? And it was basically slapped together using off-the-shelf Home Depot parts and was controlled by a video game controller, and there was a backup, don't worry. And then they paid a bunch of money and they went in the water, and it didn't even make it 2 hours before it imploded into itself and blasted them all into smithereens instantly. And then it came out later that they were in communication with the sub the entire time. They knew that it was having issues. They were trying to actually come up to the surface, but it wasn't actually working. They were hearing cracks, etc. They were measuring and communicating with the sub the entire time. And then at the exact same time that they lost communication with the sub, an audio anomaly was detected by the U.S. Coast Guard that sounded like, allegedly, an explosion. And despite the evidence of all these facts, the United States mainstream media covered it with wall-to-wall coverage for multiple days, with charts and graphs and hopes and prayers and thoughts about how they could potentially still be under there, and there was a ticking clock counting how much breath they would have left. And then they let the news media run with it for multiple days and even sent out millions of dollars of U.S. ships and rescue mission equipment to try to supposedly find it or save them, potentially. And then all of this wall-to-wall coverage just happened to coincide with a bunch of really salacious releases about Hunter Biden and the prosecutions against him. And then they came out with articles that said that's a conspiracy theory and that's not what happened. And then you look back at all the evidence plus the audio recorded by the U.S. Navy and it seems extremely obvious. That was crazy.